How President Vladimir Putin travels. Being a world leader comes with access to the most luxurious travel experiences, whether in the air, on the sea, or by road. World leaders are known to travel in fleets fortified with insane technology, luxury, and security features, but no one does it quite like President Vladimir Putin. The president of Russia knows how to travel in style with the most luxurious amenities you can think of at his disposal. However, his vehicles are also fortified with some of the most advanced communications technology and safety measures possible. Call him paranoid, but it is not out of place for a man like Putin to be extremely cautious of his security. He has been the target of several assassination attempts, and his method of ruling his country is highly controversial. Let's not even forget that his country is at war with Ukraine. Under these circumstances, and being a military man himself, Putin understands just how far he has to go to ensure his safety while traveling. Here's a look at how the Russian president travels. Fully armed entourage. One thing Putin ensures is that he is in the company of well-trained and fully armed military personnel at all times. Whether he's on his way to the office, on his way to his transport vehicle of choice, making a public appearance, or anytime he's in transit really, these military personnel are always alerted, and they keep the president company. In case there is even just a hint of a threat on Vladimir Putin's life, these people would not hesitate to put their skills to good use, and chances are whoever they're up against would not make it out alive. What better way is there to feel safe and powerful at the same time? The bulletproof train. Since the war with Ukraine began, Putin has shunned all his extravagant air, sea, and even road transportation vehicles for a safer and less conspicuous option. Putin is known to be overly cautious when it comes to his security, and now that more people want him dead than ever before, he's not taking any chances. The president's preferred mode of transportation these days is a customized armored train, which he has had since during the COVID-19 pandemic. Unlike a plane that can be shot out of the sky or a car that can be easily attacked, this armored train is equipped with a special communication system and advanced security features, making it the safest option in his fleet. The train allows the president's location and destination to be kept secret, and it has an anti-tracking feature, among many others. All of Putin's residential buildings and other places of interest within Russia can be linked by railway, which makes the train an effective means of transportation. Furthermore, the train is equipped with luxurious amenities as well as a workspace. He has his own private living area, as well as a work environment that connects him to his office in Moscow and local and international military bodies. The train also has a compartment for his entourage and bodyguards who are trained to protect him. The war has been going on for over a year now, and since Putin is refusing to back down, the armored train will be making more appearances, and the president can continue to discharge all of his responsibilities while on the go and without worrying about his safety. The formidable Mil-M-8 helicopter. A helicopter is an almost constant part of Putin's itinerary, and the president doesn't travel in just any helicopter. Putin's personal helicopter and daily rider are a Mi-8, which is popularly used to carry military troops. It was first introduced in the 1960s during the Cold War and has been the official transport vehicle for the Russian military ever since. The Mil-M-8 is also produced in Russia, which makes it a convenient choice for Vladimir Putin. The model owned by the president is an armed version, so it has its own inbuilt weapons that can be controlled from within. It is also built with special functions such as its bulletproof body and windows, advanced inbuilt communication systems, small square windows to reduce shot accuracy in case of an attack, infrared sensors, and weapons, among others. Instead of using fancier Western helicopters other presidents make use of, the unconventional Mi-8 remains Vladimir Putin's transport helicopter of choice. In fact, his helicopters are constantly being updated, and newer upgraded versions swap out the old ones. Interiorly, the Mi-8 has enough space to accommodate the president, his bodyguards, a few visitors, stashes of weapons, and lots more. Since Putin travels in this very often, the Mi-8 is fitted with a few amenities for comfort and luxury, and these include oversized club chairs, additional sofas, wood trims, and restrooms, among others. It also contains inbuilt communication and video systems, which can be monitored by the president himself. The Mi-8 has everything that Putin would need while commuting over a short flight distance. The formidable helicopter comes at an insane price tag, but it's nothing the president cannot afford. Putin owns at least 2 of these helicopters in his fleet, but that's not all the air vehicles the president has. The Russian presidential aircraft. When traveling through longer distances than the Mi-8 can handle, Vladimir Putin travels in the Russian equivalent of the Air Force One. The Russian presidential aircraft consists of a locally manufactured plane, the Ilyushin Il-96-300PU, and it is fitting for a president, not just in terms of style and luxury, but also in terms of security, which is Putin's greatest concern. The plane functions as a flying office, giving the president access to his actual office back in Russia. From the plane, he can monitor the movements of the Russian military, control nuclear weapons, communicate with local and international intelligence, and lots more. No matter how high up in the air the presidential aircraft is, Putin can send messages to and receive from any corner of the earth at the push of a button in his luxurious plane. Throughout his presidency, Putin has used different Il-96s with different modifications, but they're all centered around style and security. The presidential aircraft is managed by a Russian airline, the Rossiya airline, and at first glance, the external features of Il-96s are similar to regular planes owned by the airline. Putin's version, however, is decorated with the Russian flag colors, white, red, and blue, and it also has the Russian coat of arms imprinted on it. The Il-96s have a wide and long body, and they are powered by 4 efficient engines which allow each plane to fly over long ranges. In terms of technology and security, the Il-96s are fortified with advanced communication systems and laser anti-missile protection. The aircraft was built with enough strength to handle the stress of maneuverings or emergency landings when there is a threat to the president's life. It is also believed that the Il-96 contains a secret escape capsule that can safely carry the president out of the plane in case anything goes wrong in the air. If nothing goes wrong, Putin gets to enjoy the luxurious amenities on the aircraft, such as the fully equipped gym, queen-sized bed, classic gold, wood, and leather furniture, exquisite Russian art in every corner of the plane, and many more. The entire features of the plane are not fully made public, which is another measure to ensure the president's safety. In fact, Putin's movement plans are not made public until they have already been set in motion. After all, enemies of Russia cannot launch any attacks on the president if they do not know where he is. The presidential car. When Putin is not traveling by air, you will find him in the official Russian state car, the Urus Senate limousine. The Senate limousine is one of the most expensive and luxurious cars produced by Urus, and rich customers can easily own one. However, Putin's version is unique. The president's limousine is built with advanced security and communication features, such as bulletproof windows and an armored body to withstand bombs or sniper attacks from all angles. It is also fortified with an air compression system to resist gas attacks, bulletproof tires that can run over several kilometers even when punctured, an emergency rear exit, 6 centimeters reinforced windows, inbuilt cameras on all windows, and many more. In terms of luxury, the limousine features expensive leather seats, a compartment for wine glasses and champagne flutes, and a refrigeration compartment for the president's drinks. There are also widescreens that the president can use for work or entertainment purposes, depending on the situation. The interior design alone of the Senate limousine is worth tens of thousands of dollars, making it fit for the most powerful man in Russia. Before the Senate, Putin used a Mercedes S600 Guard Pullman until he opted for a locally produced vehicle in which all the technology and communication features are made in Russia. The Senate was designed according to the president's preference, so it meets every one of his needs and more. In addition to the awesome features of the car, Putin is driven by skilled Secret Service agents who have undergone intense training. Their driving skills, as well as their skills with weapons, are tested on a weekly basis. These men are vetted by the Russian Secret Service and trained on how to shoot while driving, maneuver explosions, and be prepared to tackle whatever emergencies might occur. The training takes several years, and only the best of the best are permitted to drive the president around. When off duty, Putin sometimes chooses to drive himself in any one of his over 500 high-end cars. These include his luxurious limousines, Mercedes ML 599, Lada Vesta sedan, Gazelle limousine, and Larder Niva 4x4, among several others. Putin is rarely ever seen in these cars these days, especially since the war with Ukraine began. However, they represent Putin's taste for luxurious and powerful vehicles. Super yachts. Speaking of Putin's taste, the Russian president is one of the few world leaders who do not hesitate to show off their wealth. His fleet of ships contains at least 3 super yachts, which amount to a total of $300 million at least. Each of them is packed with luxurious amenities. However, they are not just a show of wealth. They are also fortified with crazy security measures, just what you'd expect of vehicles owned by Putin. The first ship is called the Graceful, a befitting name for a vessel of its magnificence. However, it was spotted recently off the coast of Estonia with a new name. The 269-foot yacht is now called Kasatka, which is Russian for killer whale. The majestic yacht boasts a gorgeous owner's area with a duplex suite and a folding balcony. It also features 2 VIP suites and 3 guest cabins with a capacity of up to 10 guests. More than just a cruiser, Kasatka is also a secure vessel. In addition to normal crew members, military personnel are also always on board to protect the president in cases of emergency. Other ships owned by Putin are Cheka and the Olympia. The president also uses the 2 yachts for both official and relaxation purposes. If you have enjoyed learning about how Vladimir Putin travels and the expense of the vehicles used by the Russian president, we invite you to like and subscribe to the channel.